Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with Fishing Planet, the original series. We are still continuing with the Caffeine Boost mission at Rocky Lake. We still need 4 species of trout to complete this. We can only fish with this rod one at a time, and we've got to do this before I think 8 a.m. so we don't have a lot of time. And unfortunately, like I said, you got to set this up each and every time, which is kind of a pain in the butt, honestly. But trout do bite really well in the mornings and in the dusk. And I'm hoping that we can get these quick enough that we might be able to move on to the next mission. Now, I will probably fast forward through this because you've already seen me catch the first 3. I just want to see if anything changes after that and where we're going to go from there. Alright, we got ourselves a bite. I would gather to say this is going to be a trout. Even a small one does not matter. But I think it'll go a lot faster. Oh, cool. Another greenback cutthroat. I've only caught them over on that side so far. Now, this is just a small one, but they do come, I believe, in unique sizes. Yeah, I don't know what the best time to catch these guys are going to be. But here we go again. We gotta go dip our marshmallows. And of course, put it on the thing. I wish it automatically went on there. That would save a lot of time. Alright. Well, guys, I think you get the gist. Unless I catch something fantastic, I'm going to bring you back once I get the last one. Alright guys, this is the last one. Alright, he took it down pretty quick. It's not very big. I hope to goodness it's not a bluegill. Darn it. It is a bluegill, a little bugger. Alright, we're going to try it on the other side this time. This is going to push it to the very, very limit. Alright, put that back on here. Alright, we'll go back over to this side because I'm sweeping the board, trying to get... Seems like they bite a little bit better if you do that. That's one thing I was trying to come across. Alright, finally. Come on, there you go. Okay, he's a little bit bigger. And there you go, cutthroat trout. And that completes Caffeine Boost mission. Rocky Lake Caffeine Boost. Great job, you've out-caffeinated the trout. 8,000 cash, nice. 1 bait coin, an anniversary barbless nano spinner. Oh, I'm going to really have to try that. And a white moose pass for one day. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, well, let's see. We've obviously unlocked some things. Have to see what in the world we could do next. Let's see. We could go to Neheran. Trash to tackle. What's that one about? Get a rusty nail, craft a hook from the rusty nail, and catch a trophy long-nosed gar using the rusty nail hook. 2 of them. Ooh, that'd be tricky. Ghent Terneuzen. It's a casting marathon. Oh wow, that sounds pretty busy. They have added a few fish here since things have changed. To loosen up, take a quick run along the entire bank. Have they changed the way it looks? That's possible. I don't know. Yeah, some of them they have changed, the early ones, because of the beginning events have been changed. Know your size. Let's see. Catch a tarpon with the lowest possible weight. What's the lowest possible weight? Catch a snook on the same day, catch a drum on the same day. That's kind of weird. Something tells me that's going to be tougher than it sounds. Catch a fish heavier than the previous one, catch a fish heavier than the previous one. That's crazy. Some of the things they come up with. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep the ones that are here, since they're early on, for my beginner series. And I'll come back and do this on my own, but I'm trying to see if there's anything new we could do here. I don't want to go away Sandra Bagger, see? I do have a premium day. I had managed to win one on the wheel of fish, or whatever they call it. Conformer shiner, catch fishing float gear. Nah, that sounds kind of boring, doesn't it, guys? Well, I guess what we're going to do is do an event, and I think we're going to go to Falcon Lake, because we're kind of geared up for trout anyway. Let's go ahead and track Falcon Lake. See if we can't get that event thing. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. But we still have to do it in a single day. Now, we don't have to do it in 3 hours, and we don't have to use coffee. So, but ready for the Trout Standing Grand Slam Challenge. Catch trophy forms of cutthroat trout. Oh, they're trophy. Well, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Brown trout, rainbow trout, and Oregon red-brown trout in one in-game day. Keep an eye on the clock. If time runs out, you'll leave the pond, lose your progress, and have to start over. How fun is that? All right, well, we'll see what we can do. I don't think I'm going to get all this in this one episode, but we're going to see how far we get, and we'll finish it up in the next. That keeps things a little bit interesting, because then you got something to look forward to. All right, let's go ahead and leave. All right, so we are headed to Falcon Lake. Travel costs are down, which is great. I don't know how long this is supposed to continue on. I'm hoping for a while. I think it seems like to me they ought to just make it a part of the until you finish them, honestly. Maybe they have. We'll see. All right, let's head to Falcon Lake. Haven't been there in a while. Let's see. I think... Is there anything else? Oh, wait a minute. There might be something else I might need. Let me check a few things. I'll bring you back. Alright guys, we are here at Falcon Lake. I did grab a few more things. I grabbed salmon eggs, spawn sacks, and artificial salmon eggs because this is a prime location for using those baits, so we might as well have them with us. And I'm going to probably start over at the falls. Alright. This is a good spot to try to get some of these cutthroat and possibly rainbows if I can cast far enough. Now, you have to be able to cast all the way over here to get them. So let me see. I'm going to make sure of that, guys. I don't want to steer you wrong. But yeah, see, trophy rainbow trout. And I believe we've got a few spots where we got one. I think they're all trophy. Nope, rock bass. At least we know they're there. So what would be a good lure to use for these guys? I'm trying to remember. I haven't been here in a minute, honestly. I think a single spoon would work fine. I just want to be sure that... Yeah, I know it. Nano spinners, narrow spoons. Might try that new nano spinner I just got. Let's see, do rainbow trout go for? Yes, they do. I thought they did. Yeah, why don't we try that new lure? Let me see here. Hopefully it went into our inventory. Let's see. Yep, here it is. 1/6 ounce, 1/0. Too light for the rod. Yeah, and the fire. I don't think any of these others are going to work. Let me see. I doubt putting a spinner tail is going to make it any better either. Yep. Not going to be able to use that one. Alright, it's not heavy enough. So, let's see. Well, shoot, guys. I thought I had hit record, and apparently I did not. While I was recording, I managed to catch a trophy cutthroat using this lure. Let me show you the gear. I had gone through all this and thought I was recording. That's the only problem with having to stop too often. Sometimes I just let it run and I edit everything out. I might just do that because I'm notorious for thinking that I hit record and not doing it. Yeah, because I want to... Let me just get it in here. I wanted to tell you what I had done and the setup I have. I did find that I had a jig winner. I also do have my feather light, but I'm going to use my jig winner this time. It's a little heavier. It does allow a 1/6 of an ounce, which works for me. I've got a white tail on there because it is a sunny day, so that should work. It goes up to 13 pounds. So it should handle a trophy or even a unique size trout pretty easily. And where I threw it last time was right here and managed to catch that trophy cutthroat. Now, I've been using a slow retrieve. Let it go all the way to the bottom. And I've only got it like 1 notch. But let it get to the bottom. Crank it 4 times. Let it sit on the bottom. Because trout have a habit of chasing something and then picking it up off the bottom. Turns out that I caught trophy cut rainbow out here before, so there we go. I don't know. It doesn't seem big enough. No, I didn't think so. It is a rainbow, but nowhere close. It's not even common size. Let's try out here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep casting. And I'm going to keep recording because I'm a knucklehead. If we catch what we're after, I'll edit it accordingly. Alright, we got something here that might be big enough. I don't know for sure. I did get an Oregon red band earlier, but not trophy size, which is why I didn't record it. Young rainbow trout. So we are getting rainbows, just not big enough rainbows. So I may switch sides over to this side and see if it doesn't do any better. We're definitely going deep enough. I'm going to basically cast all the way across and keep casting. And if we don't get something, we may change lures to something else. But it should pick up here in just a little bit. because it's going to be 6 a.m. and it's going to be the peak. There we go. Okay, we got something. We got something nice. Yes, we do. We've got something nice. This is at least a trophy. Watch it be unique. Watch it. Where are you going, you little bugger? Okay, come here. Come on, don't you dare. Yep, there he is. Trophy rainbow. We got him. Alright. So that is a great spot for the cutthroat and the rainbows. But we're going to need to go to a different location. And like I said, I did get a Oregon red band, but I think that was just pure luck, honestly. I think it was a random thing, because I usually don't get them over here. Alright. For some reason, I cannot get that to pan down. It has something to do with my mouse. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and keep him. Well, let's jump over to here. And we'll get in our kayak. I like this kayak. Now, I've been catching brown trout over here by this little wall, if I remember correctly. Oh, and trout found him apparently. And another good spot is over some stick-ups over on that side too. But anywhere along here is usually pretty good. Right here is good. There's the stick-ups. Okay, I couldn't remember where they were. I don't have a marker there though. That's unusual. Usually I do. Well, we should. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if they go for that same kind of lure. Yes, they do. Should be able to, but they also go for crankbaits as well. So we got spinners, nano spinners, shads, grubs, crankbaits. We're going to try the nano spinner. Now, remember, this is a bigger fish, so this could be a little tough. And I thought there was a cave over here. Not really a cave, but I mean, there's like a depression in the rocks. I used to catch them there too, but I can't really see it very well. They are definitely on the bottom, so you're going to let it go to the bottom. Again, slow retrieve. And I would just pan out to the left. Just keep casting until you get something. Oh, I got a bite. Alright guys, let's keep at it.